we are doing whatever it takes. It's about giving your all. From the players on the field to the members in the stands. Do whatever it takes. Call 1300 GO Bombers.
It is. That's one of the things why we wanted to come down today and just kind of get a visual of how big the actual facility is. So it's actually quite impressive. You've got the two ovals, and when you get to see the scale of it standing in front of it, it's quite an impressive building.
How are you settling in?
Yeah, it's been so far so good. It's only been a month, so I don't want to get ahead of myself or anything. But the boys and the footy club have made the move relatively easy. So it's been a pretty smooth transition so far. So as I said, it's only been a month. But
Robbo just said if you were at the training camp, you would have been asking who's the new kid in town and who are the established players, because you are so experienced compared to many of them. How do you feel about that? Where do you sort of sit in the pecking order, do you think?
Pecking order? That's an old school word, the pecking order.
I'm an old school guy.
Yeah, I'll probably hang around with the boys, actually realise how young they are as players and as men as well, and then looking through the profiles and the list, how inexperienced they are. So there's a lot of scope and obviously a lot of talent within the group, and there's a lot of area, as I said, a lot of area for growth. So it is quite exciting.
So do you feel like you can exert the same sort of leadership influence on this group as, say, you did at St Kilda?
The same, or if not more, because as I said, they are younger and inexperienced, whereas at St Kilda they had the luxury of having a large core group of players that were really experienced. But saying that, there are some great leaders already, or potential leaders as well at Essendon as well, and you got Job as the obvious standout, but there's guys coming up like Jakey Melscombe and Dyson Heppel, David Zaharakis, guys that can take their leadership to a new level, and there's a lot of scope for them.
Do you think it'll take until the very first game that you actually play to really feel like an Essendon player?
Look, I can't answer that, to be honest. I'm guessing.
Well, do you feel like one now?
Well, I do. Yeah, it's the first day at Windy Hill was quite weird, but I said that the club and the boys have made it really easy, or as easy as they can, a process for me to fit in with the club. But I think once I begin to start playing games, I think that it'll really hit home of where I am, and but that's the reality of the position I'm in.
Brendan, were you disappointed with the way it ended at St Kilda? I mean, the sort of club came out pretty much as soon as you made your announcement, said it's all about the money, and you've sort of since come out and said there's a whole lot more to it.
Yeah, look, there's obviously two sides of the story, so I'm not going to go into detail or comment on what they want to say or how they go about it, but there's obviously reasons behind the move, but as I said, there's always two sides of the story, and they're entitled to their opinion and their thoughts.
Is there anything you can put on the record about why you left St Kilda, even in the broadest of terms, if you don't want to go into specifics?
Oh no, I've said there's obviously the security of the fourth year and stuff was quite important, and then there was obviously a few things that with the contract negotiations and the process didn't go as smoothly as I wanted, but there's a few other things that I've said before on record that I'm not going to go into detail, and I think they aren't as well, which is just, I don't think it needs to be common knowledge, or the public don't actually need to know any of that kind of stuff. There's always stuff that happens behind the scenes, but that was between myself and manager and the footy club at the time.
In broad terms, is it leadership? Was it to do with your leadership role? Was it to do with your teammates? Can you?
Oh no, to suggest that it was anything to do with my teammates is really incorrect, because that's the hardest thing I had to do, was walk away from my teammates. It's just the things that you share with your teammates and the things you go through, and that you go through more emotional roller coasters with your teammates than you do any other people in your life, by your really close family and your partner and stuff. So to suggest that they had anything to do with the teammates was really incorrect.
What about your actual role on the ground? I mean, I'm not suggesting it had anything to do with that, but do you think you'll get a role with this side more to your satisfaction?
I think I made it pretty clear that one of the benefits was a permanent spot in the midfield, because last year I did play 90% of my footy as a half forward, so that was obviously something that appealed to me a lot, to play as a permanent midfielder and try and get the best out of myself in my footy sense. But as I said, the footy club can offer a lot for me personally as well.
What about your relationship with Scott Watters? How was that?
Well, Scott and I thought we had a pretty good relationship, so I don't have a bad word to say about Scotty.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Good on you.